Once you've satisfied your hunger, get ready for more of the hottest casino games in Vegas. Our 24-hour, 30-table non-smoking poker room proudly hosts all the most popular poker games with a variety of betting limits. Visit the poker room for a schedule of daily tournaments. Whether you're going to hold 'em or fold 'em, the best place for poker is at South Point Casino. You'll notice that our craps tables are usually the loudest in the casino. If you've never played, join one of our free craps lessons to find out what makes this game so exciting. Check with the craps dealer for schedules and give it a roll. Bingo is also an exciting way to spend your time. We offer 7 sessions of bingo every day. Bingo! And each session includes a cash ball jackpot, 12 bingo games, a progressive double action game, and a $10,000 bonus coverall. Electronic units are available. If you haven't played bingo with us, give it a try today. Guests can also get in on the action at our one-of-a-kind race and sports books. 2 separate rooms designed to maximize your experience and comfort. Our sports book, with over 400 seats, puts you right in the middle of the action, 24 hours a day. The friendly ticket writers are happy to help, and it's conveniently located next to the famous Del Mar Deli, where you'll find supersized portions of delicious deli items like roast beef, pastrami, and Reuben sandwiches, or soups, salads, and pizza. Plus spectacular desserts fit for a king. And right next door is the race book. Over 150 seats, each with its own TV screen. There are 16 interactive player terminals, so you can bet right from your seat.
There it is, the Tootsie Pop count, and a 3, a 2, a 1. We still have leftover Halloween candy here. Anyway, what's up, everybody? We had to wait 24 hours, but it's officially a matinee episode. Matt Neverett will be here for the entire episode. Hello, welcome to the show, and thanks for joining Lunch with Punch. That's not his official intro yet. That's why I didn't applaud yet. That was just letting people know that Matt is here. The show is a fun mix of sports. Oh, my God. First day on a set. Fun mix of sports, conversation, viral videos, some gambling advice, and our picks at 12:36 segment. I am your host, Frank Nicotero, longtime comedian, lifelong sports fan. And today's show, I'm going to be hot for the entire episode. I feel it. I'm going to hit all the tough jokes like this guy hit all the tough shots. All right, Matt, if you haven't seen this, so he does a between the leg thing. Friends are kind of goofing on him. So he steps back, turn around, sticks it.
Easy.
Okay, by the way, he's not in gym clothes. So they're kind of razzing on him. He comes over the corner.
Mid-time out here.
Right, and then behind the back, on a fade, hits that.
Wow.
Okay, they're going nuts. Will he hit a half quarter? No way. Matt, what do you think?
He has to after those, right?
He has to.
This guy's
Why else would we show this?
Oh, baby, nothing but net. He didn't even bank it.
Unbelievable. And again, I'm going to say this all the time, but I guess I'm guilty. When you get that big moment when someone's shooting, it always just turns to chaos.
Of course.
Because you jump up and down. No one's ever steady enough.
Now, I wasn't impressed by that guy's handles. His dribbling skills leave a little bit to be desired. Yeah, all touch, no handles.
Plus, it's hard to dribble behind the back when you have a flowing coat.
Like an unzipped sweatshirt. I think he was wearing Crocs and sweatpants. Yeah.
Who the hell am I talking to, you're wondering? Well, you know, it's the voice of UNLV Rebels football and just called his first game as the Runnin' Rebs Hoops play-by-play man on the radio. Matt Neverett! Yeah, now we applaud for Matt Neverett.
Thank you.
Thunderous applause.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys being flexible. We had our first taping of the Kevin Kruger Coaches Show yesterday.
Okay.
Kind of got to do it when the coach is free or available.
Yeah, did you tell him about Punchlines? Though?
You know,
say,
I let him know. I said, hey, I'm missing out on a big,
Coach, we have Frank Nicotero.
Come on, Kevin, we got to hurry. Let's go.
Alex Whitefield in on Monday and Tuesday. We're going to do that for a couple more weeks.
Yep.
And you'll be back in Tuesdays in December. We're just lucky to have you and thankful that you're here. So thank you, Matt. How was calling your first game of hoops? Southern Alabama, was it?
Yeah, Alabama State.
Alabama State.
Alabama State, yeah. Big difference between the Sun Belt and the SWAC.
Sorry.
No, it was good. Good to get back in. I love doing basketball outside of baseball. I've done more basketball than anything. And it's good. It's our radio TV simulcast setup here early in the season, so there's some interesting setups, cool. Unique differences there. But it's fun. I've done, a lot of basketball on TV for UNLV. That was the first game as the radio voice. So it was a lot of fun. I've done more radio than television television too, so it's kind of a more natural
Do you
call.
have to prep more when you call a college football game or a college basketball game?
It's just a little different as far as the prep, and I tell people this a lot when it comes to baseball.
These are friends of mine, by the way. Don't worry, everyone.
We got
in the
intruders, yeah. It's different. Baseball versus football. It's the example I always give. Or baseball, it's just kind of conversational day to day. You have those conversations, and remember, football, you basically do 6 days of prep for a 3-hour blitz.
Right. Blitz.
All pun intended, yeah. Basketball is a little different because there's typically 2 games a week, and it's similar to baseball, where it's just a lot of conversations, a lot of colloquial things just in passing that you got to remember and mix in there. And then there is the difference between radio and television as well.
Yeah, you got to paint the picture. Yeah.
Exactly. And then TV, you're just kind of captioning. Like you're talking a lot less. I've heard people describe the difference as TV being on easy mode. There are some harder parts of the TV, call, but I like going back and forth. It gives me a different challenge every time.
Yeah, the radio's a little. Yeah, you got to stay a little more focused in it because you're making it sing.
Exactly.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for top of show breaking video. We're gonna stick with hoops, and basketball is back. And you're probably wondering, Matt, is this a great dunk video? No. Is this a great block shot video? Nope.
Not yet.
No. It's a great did he leave the building video. So here's our first of 2 breaking videos. So, and he just pushed him right out.
Oh my God. UMass Lowell, the River Pigeons.
Now he's coming out for warm-ups. Look, now it's like, hey, let's get started.
I'm back, baby.
He just got embarrassed, but he made it. So
Nothing
anyway,
like some NEC basketball. That was UMass Lowell, the Riverhawks.
You actually know what that was?
Well, I just recognize the UMass Lowell logo.
Can you show that one more time? I want to see if we see the logo. I'm super impressed in Matt because I knew it was.
Look at the baseline. UMass Lowell.
It says UMass Hole.
Basically, I mean, there is no difference there. I can say that because my family's from up there.
Right, you're from the New England area.
Yeah.
There. Oh, by the way, speaking of, thank you again for that apple cider.
The donuts and the cider, yeah.
Well, no, just this, the donut was amazing, but the cider sprinkled it in with a little iced tea and a little lemon.
A little City Light Shine. There we go.
Yes, Brendan Gaughan, City Light Shine, maybe made an appearance. All right, we have a second top of show breaking video. Okay, now everyone knows if you're watching the show, I'm in love with the Colts mascot, Blue.
Oh yeah,
he's been hysterical, and he has a friendship with Victor the Viking. And I don't like what Victor the Viking did to my boy Blue. My boy Blue got dissed here.
Hey, can I have a napkin?
So, yeah, okay, paper towel. No!
Oh, thank you.
How dare you do that to Blue?
I've seen friends do that to each other, but never mascots.
Well, the other trend, I thought when I first saw this video that Keith's on, I thought they were doing, there's a way that you can heat up ketchup. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
You hold a knife in it, and then you tell someone to put their hand over it, and you smack their hand on it. I thought that's what he was going to do.
That'd be too easy, yeah.
Yeah, he stole his jersey.
They're cleaning up a mess, not making a mess. Whenever you see the videos, too, of the mascots just tackling the hell out of kids.
Oh, we showed that yesterday.
It's usually the Colts mascot.
It's Blue. Oh, yeah. we showed a whole game. They flew in the halftime game. I guess it was Vikings Colts.
Yeah.
They had the Kraken mascot there. They had Whoopi. No, who's the one?
Youppi?
Yoop. No, not Youppi.
The Expos. Yeah. No, that's what I thought you were saying.
No.
R.I.P.
Crap. So anyway, we showed them playing the kids in football. We showed it 2 days. We showed it Monday and Tuesday because Blue, they're going at each other, not hurting the little kids. But then Blue made a catch that you wouldn't believe.
You got to be athletic to be in these outfits.
Oh, my God.
I remember in Denver seeing Rocky, the Nuggets mascot, who's known for some of the craziest stunts of any mascot.
Yeah.
BYU's mascot's another one. Oklahoma City, the big Yeti-looking guy. That's the new one as far as some of the crazy stunts.
When I was a kid, it was the gorilla in Phoenix. Was like kind of the one who did all the acrobatic stuff.
Yeah, and then there's the pirate parrot.
Got the pirate parrot.
The new age pirate parrot.
Right. Now, by the way, Blue kind of stole the parrot's move of gyrating.
The Philly Fanatic does that too now, and just about every mascot.
Kind of a hacky move. Kind of a hack move. All right. Today on the Punch Menu, our comedy clip of the day, Matt Makes the Call. The Matt Makes the Call is returning. Picks at 12:36. And in today's Punch Bowl Pundits, we have Caitlin Clark. And for the second time this week, the Detroit Pistons. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, we showed the Pistons on Sunday because they had to take the subway. Did you see that?
I did not see that.
The New York City Marathon was going on, and they had to get to Brooklyn, so they took the subway.
Wow.
And by the way, it's not like anyone recognized any of them. Like, could you recognize Kate Cunningham? Maybe, but
yeah, even the NBA is beholden to the New York City Marathon.
Yeah, so they took the subway. We had footage of them on the subway, and they were like sitting next to this woman, had her purse and a mask on, and then there's these big NBA guys.
Oh my God,
it's pretty funny.
It makes those tight box cars seem even smaller when you're sharing them with a couple 7-footers.
With about 11 guys that are huge. Yeah. They actually won that game in Brooklyn. Then they came home and they trounced the Lakers. So
did they take a subway from New York to LA?
To Detroit.
Yeah,
no,
or
it was
LA,
in Detroit. They went back home. Okay, so for our comedy clip of the day, and yesterday, Now, I predicted this on the show yesterday. Saquon Barkley's backwards hurdle.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
Insane.
I said there's probably going to be some copycats. I said I could see Najee Harris, who likes to leap a lot, maybe attempt it. Bijan Robinson, my leading candidate, I said Tyreek Hill, because he's going to want to.
He's going to force it.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Possibly injure himself.
Well, we saw it with that touchdown celebration. Did you? Yeah, where they were standing on their heads like that.
Is it Incarnate?
Incarnate Word.
Incarnate Word is where it started.
Yeah,
right?
they actually played UNLV in basketball a couple years ago. The only reason I know anything about the school.
Well, no. Parles and I, we were making fun of Incarnate Word at one point,
too. It's a weird name. They're in San Antonio, so.
So anyway, I said there will be copycats of the backwards hurdle.
Yeah.
Little did I know it was going to be an Eagle, a former Eagle, Freddie Mitchell, doing it in a Home Depot. So here we go.
Where else would you do it?
Freddie tries and flies. So he's juking, and he falls over.
Of course.
And he's holding shelf paper, I'm assuming.
So this was impromptu, yeah.
Johnny Dangerously, shelf paper.
Oh my God.
It was impromptu, or it looked pretty set up. But he was a former #1 pick of the Eagles, Freddie Mitchell.
Yeah, I saw a video from the sideline angle when Saquon, is that the one that we showed? I saw, the fact that he made a sideline full of the best athletes in the world go nuts.
We showed it yesterday because it was amazing.
Well, someone's going to try it. Remember a couple of years ago when everybody was just trying the straight up hurdle where a guy'd come to tackle you low and you just go right over the top?
The Najee
Some
Harris.
high school, some states actually at the high school level have banned that. I remember in Florida when I was doing games down there when I was living there that they would ban it and it'd be a 15-yard unsportsmanlike penalty. I think we're going to see someone try to force it and just get absolutely upended.
And that man's name is Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, can't wait.
Just give me a line right now. Is Joey B in there? Joey B, give me lines on who will do that. I'm guessing it's one of them. Speaking of Joey B and the chat room, let's check in and do roll call. Roll call, everybody. For today's questions, first of all, the first question I asked everybody in the chat room was, if you know anybody famous that you can get on the show, I can hook you up with a free buffet here. Or a T-shirt, something.
Either or.
Let's see. By the way, Barry and Tony, two friends of mine, have joined us, ladies and gentlemen.
Guys?
Keith is sitting next to Tony Diamond. He's a Chicago comedian. He's from Chicago. You guys can bore everybody about that. You guys know each other? Keith Lyle knows everybody. Oh,
Literally.
my God. Okay. All right, so who else? Tommy Green's in here. Rastaman Matt is back. Paul, maybe you can get the guy who does the radio broadcast for the world champion Dodgers as a guest. I think he's
already have multiple
time
guests.
Here a couple times.
Yeah,
right?
he'll be out in Hawaii.
All right. So anyway, I also asked a serious question, like what was the best trade yesterday at the NFL trade deadline? JR, not sure if it was the best NFL trade deadline move, but I'm happy with the Bengals acquiring running back Khalil Herbert, who Keith mentioned right before the show. And let's see here, we could get a YouTube, get Vegas YouTube.
There we go.
Get Vegas YouTuber Babe a la Babe. Babe a la Babe. Babe a la B?
Sean's just shaking his head back there.
Do we know who that is, Sean?
I don't.
Does anyone know who that is? Usually Keith knows.
The girl that does the thing.
No. That girl's Taylor.
There's like 30 of those. Yeah, we don't. Yeah.
No.
Not original.
All right. Anyway, all right. Well, thank you. If you guys think of anybody, although Reno Paul does, you could just get the Reno Paul at any time.
There we go.
There we go.
To answer the second question, I think the biggest deal for me, maybe not the biggest, but the one that's going to make the most impact was the Lions picking up Zadarius Smith.
Not a bad pick.
Kind of the Browns waving the white flag as well.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And the Lions beefing up their pass rush. I think Lions Ravens Super Bowl.
We said Lions, but I'm going Lions Bills. And we had Judge Chris Andrews in here yesterday.
The judge.
And Alex and I, the question was pick the two teams you want to see in the Super Bowl. Obviously, I want to see the Steelers, but if not, give me a Detroit Buffalo. So the excitement level is, oh my God, one of these towns is finally going to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, and they're all shivering.
They're all shivering
because it'll be March in Detroit or most months in Detroit.
This year's Super Bowl is in New Orleans, so I mean it would be a giant party and an unbelievable scene.
Good one.
I could root for that. I'll get on board. I mean, that's why the best trade to me was getting superstar Mike Williams for the Steelers.
What a stud.
I can't say it was a straight face. It's a decent trade. Sean, how do you feel about that trade? Nah. Fellow Steeler fan in the crowd.
Eloquently spoken.
Let's go to lines of the night, ladies and gentlemen. Speaking of the Steelers, this graphic is black and gold. Look at this. Plus we paid a lot of money to Bobby McFerrin to do that. All right. What is your line of the day or line of the night? What do you got for
I've got a Bobby McFerrin trivia question first.
Give it to me.
I guess an answer.
Okay.
Don't Worry, Be Happy
Sure.
was the first song to ever go #1 without any instruments.
I believe that. There
we go. You learn something new every day. That's my line.
If you're not familiar with that song, Google it after the show.
After the show.
Stay on YouTube. But it was don't worry.
Fair use. We got like 2 more seconds until we get sued.
I'll be happy. Don't worry. Woo, woo. And then Robin Williams was in the video.
Was he?
Oh God.
That's what they call an interpolation right there.
Do you know what music? Do you remember music videos?
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, I'm not Caden.
All right. So what do you have for lines?
Well, Caden put this one together. We had some fun going and finding. We talk a little bit about collecting. Are you outside of cards a collector of anything?
Yeah. I used to have a ton of bobbleheads. I have some Funko Pops there.
Okay. Yeah.
Speaking of Funko Pops,
I was going to say
bobbleheads. Here's the thing: when you move, you find out that bobbleheads and moving sometimes don't. I don't keep the boxes a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And then you just, I'll wrap them up in this paper.
You try.
So I had a jigsaw puzzle.
My brothers and I have our bobblehead collections pooled on our mantle of the house that we all share together.
I had some good ones too. I still have a lot of them. But anyway, go for the Funko
this one,
Pops.
I have a handful of these of Funko Pops as well. The interesting thing, and the thing that got me started is on the top left there. Funko Pop is coming out with World Series collection for the Dodgers. You got Teoscar Hernandez, Mookie, Freddie, Shohei. I see Walker Buehler. Is that 2 of Shohei? That's Freddie and Shohei. But yeah, Dodgers World Series, they're
really cool.
Maybe Lorraine a little bit more excited than I am, although I think I'm going to definitely try to find this. But I found some of my other Funko Pop favorites that I found on their website.
Okay.
I'm not a big F1 guy. I think that with the traffic and everything that's happening here in Vegas, it's been a mess. But I thought this was a cool Funko Pop of 2 of the biggest racers, Max Verstappen and the other guy, because no one knows any other.
Say Max Verstappen and then the other guy.
I
like the Joe Green one.
Joe Green, I found that one for you. And then
the gray mask,
the 2 on the bottom right, I think, are funny for basketball fans. Dennis Rodman, and then that's Wilt Chamberlain holding up the 100 after the 100-point alleged 100-point game.
Now wait a second. The game was in Hershey, PA. That's why there's no footage of this game at all when he scored 100 points. And at the end, he holds up. You're saying he might not have got the 100?
I'm saying there's just no record. There's no stats. There's no video. We've got video of Babe Ruth hitting home runs at Muzzy Field in Bristol, Connecticut in 1912 in his pro debut. But we can't find a video or even a written record of that game.
For some reason, that game wasn't played in Philly. It was in Hershey. That's all I remember from that sports book that I've referred to on the show a million times. Yeah. And him holding that sign. Yeah. But it's not like. Do you think we landed on the moon?
Yeah, I'm not crazy. I just want proof.
Do you believe in aliens and Roswell and all that?
Yeah.
Area 51.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Wow.
No, just kidding.
Wait a second. This is a whole other podcast.
We're going to raid Area 51. Remember when they were trying to do that a couple years ago? 2.0.
Yeah, they're like, bring it. You'll all die.
No, I'm not a crazy conspiracy.
The Dodger Funko Pop thing is awesome.
Yeah, going back to the original point, our Dodgers Funko Pop. I don't know how we got to Area 51.
Because you had Wilt holding the sign going, well, he allegedly scored 100.
I don't think that Wilt Chamberlain scored 100 points in that game.
Oh, okay.
That's my hottest conspiracy theory take.
All right, we might have to follow up on this on next Wednesday. We're going to get some documentation.
How? Someone. They've been trying for 100 years.
There were people alive still, or are they all dead maybe?
How? Where?
Find me someone who was at that game. I'll do some digging.
Dip into the Bobby McFerrin budget for that one. There we go.
All right. Anyway, the World Series Funko Pop.
I liked it.
Unbelievable collectible. I think Reno Paul sent me the same thing, and he was like, take my money now or something. Yeah. So wait, Keith Lau, 100-point game in Hershey against a bunch of squirts, okay?
Literally, you take Keith, Frank's 2 friends, you and me, that's who Wilt Chamberlain was going against that night.
Well, Adam Sandler has the famous bit. He goes, this is my impression of the coach for the other team. Who's got Wilt?
Yeah.
And then this is my impression of the other guys on Wilt's team. Wilt, I'm open. You got like 90 points. Fred's got 2 because you bounced it off his head.
Yeah.
Pass me the ball.
I think the 100 didn't represent the points. Wilt Chamberlain was famous for being a ladies' man. That might have just been his count for the day.
One of my first stand-up bits involved Wilt Chamberlain in that very.
Well, there you go. Bring it back with the truth.
It messed with my Spuds McKenzie bit, which is also
you cannot mess with that. Very era specific.
He did a lot of Bud Light spots. All right, my line of the night, ladies and gentlemen. Here it is. Have you scored first in a game this season? It's a question posed by Jay Kuda to all NFL teams. Yes, of course. The Chicago Bears. Matt Eberflus, who's the Lute Getzey?
Yep.
Former Pitt quarterback, I believe. They're having trouble scoring first in a game this season.
Yeah.
They're the only team.
Well, they had trouble scoring last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, against Washington?
Yeah.
Yeah, that play still will haunt them forever. That was 2 weeks ago, wasn't it?
That was the longest, it was 2 weeks ago. The longest time ever holding the ball before a scoring play in NFL history.
It was at least 14 Mississippi.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like they had a 2-man rush, 3-man rush?
At the schoolyard. No, they sent, like 3 or 4.
Oh, no, that was a different game.
I am a big fan of, in those end-of-game situations, instead of dropping 8, drop 7 and send 4, force the quarterback to move a little bit. And I know they did in that instance, but Jaden Daniels is just a unique quarterback at this point.
Exactly. All right. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we have a feature that we're going to do. This will be the 3rd time this week. We have a graphic so he can prep for this bit, and it's Ann's voice. So it's time. Everyone loves this bit. Matt makes the call. Here we go.
Matt makes the call.
Now, if you haven't seen this bit, what we've done,
I'm fast. I'm ready.
he brought a professional headset. So what we've done here is we found some clips that are just random clips, somewhat sports related. Maybe it's not. Can't remember the 4 we picked. But anyway, Matt makes the call. Matt, who does play-by-play for UNLV football and basketball on the radio. And someday we'll call, well, we're predicting Chicago White Sox. That's the one.
I'd like to see some more wins.
We want to see some more before I take that gig. But anyway, so here we go. So Matt makes the call. Here we go. This first one is this is my favorite clip of the show.
I'm ready.
I think. Okay, this is a kid in the car with cups. Here we go.
Great description.
Here we go.
Dude, literally a bump ahead. Why do we need this?
Hey, they're coming around the last turn. It's Johnson and Jones. They're neck and neck as they approach the finish. They're on the last straightaway. 200 yards to the finish as they go bumper to bumper. Oh, Jones! He PITs Johnson, and he's going to take the checkered flag.
Why would the president go, Matt? We like that one.
Was that a speed bump or a pothole?
It was a speed bump, we think, but for some reason the kid's like, why do I have 10 cups of water? Why are you doing this? Please slow down, Dad. Unbelievable. Okay, now, last time you were on the show, you spoke of how much you love the Oklahoma drill. We love the Oklahoma drill.
Yep.
The Steelers, it's a running back and a defender face off, and they see who can stop. This one's not necessarily professional athletes, but here we go.
Please tell me it's a mom and a Pop Warner
no,
kid.
It's not a mom. Matt,
those are my favorite.
Make the call.
Those are my favorite.
Here we go.
2nd down and 10. It's a running situation, and they give it up the middle, and he makes the man miss. He's hit.
Okay.
Sorry. I couldn't keep a straight face. Can I see that move again?
You want to see? Can we see it again?
I would love to see that move again.
Here we go. Here's the instant replay.
Oh, my God. Tyreek Hill around the outside. He's got one man to beat at the end zone. He's at the 30. The 20 makes a man miss. He's going to take it to the house. What a juke.
I don't know. I don't have any facts on that one. I think alcohol might have played a part in that.
Yeah,
it seems like they're hanging out outside a local liquor store there.
I'm more impressed at how far he slid once he hit the concrete.
He had some guy. Well, that's not the smoothest surface, or it is the smoothest surface. Who knows what's on there?
Sign that guy up who had the ball.
Yeah, exactly. All right, this one. We're switching to basketball. Matt, when's your next basketball call?
The next UNLV basketball game is Saturday.
But you're going to be in Hawaii.
Be in Hawaii doing UNLV football. It'll be next Thursday. Okay. UNLV versus Omaha here in Vegas.
Omaha. All right. Well, we just had Oklahoma. Omaha. Okay, this is Carnival basketball. Matt, make the call.
Omaha. Down the lane. And he tomahawk jams it. He showboats afterwards, and he knocks down the display.
His friends are
my God. Vince Carter reincarnated, baby.
I'm going to assume they didn't give him a prize.
Well, those carnival rims are tighter than a normal basketball rim.
And we have a basketball here. So here we go. Here's the rim. Go ahead, take a shot.
Am I going to take a dunk?
You can take a shot. Go ahead. We're getting a new studio, right?
Frank and I doing live sports in studio never ends well.
It never works out. So
never ends well. But no, that guy, I give him credit. He had a smaller target to dunk on.
And he hung on it, and then he took out the shelving, and then he was removed from the park for life. And then
the Sprite slam dunk contest, you got Patrick Ewing giving him like a 6. He's the notorious hater.
I give that kid a 10. Yeah. Why is Ewing like that?
He's the East German judge, yeah.
All right, we got one more. I don't remember what it is. All I have is a title that says Juke You. What is it? All right, Juke You. All right, here we go.
Juke You, hey. What did I ever do to you?
Oh, okay.
And he little brothers him. Literally, he goes back for more. Shoves him to the turf, and he goes head first into the sideline. My God, this reminds me of my childhood.
Matt makes the call, ladies and gentlemen.
Not the
Excellent
announcing.
job.
Nothing to do with the announcing, but just juking the hell out of your younger brothers and forcing them into the fence. The trick is, and you never do this in football.
Okay.
At least with pads. You do this in the backyard. You do the little juke move, and then you grab the back of the head and just shove them the same way. You're juking to the right. You add a little insult to injury, shove them down. So I am familiar with that technique on that last one.
By the way, at the beginning of that clip, you see the fence. All you're thinking is someone's going through the fence.
Very much so.
No,
And
the fence was well built.
plastic fences are not normally that sturdy. Believe me and my brothers have tested them out over the years. Yeah, both intentionally and unintentionally.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
by
that
the
is
way,
funny.
Bob Dell just liked and subscribed. I know he's already subscribed. But
Yeah,
he
Bob.
liked. Let's see here. Frank has helped me to be a terrible towel collector. Oh, he collects terrible towel. He has about 50 of them. I always send him a couple if I had town. B-Town dummy. I want documentation of the 20,000 women Wilt was with. And,
See, that's more believable than the 100 points, honestly.
and you can follow Matt on X at Matt Neverett with 2 T's to
Somehow
end.
I was able to get that on everything.
All right, Matt makes the call. Lots of fun. Today's date is November 6th, 2024. I'm doing Barbara Walters.
This many.
2020. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. There's 2, 4, 6, 8. There's like 9 or 10. These are all the National Day calendar things.
I'm ready.
These are all legit, except for one. We've made a game of it, Tony. One of them is not real. Find the fake. Here we go. Eating Healthy Day.
Not my day.
National Nachos Day. I don't know if that really works. National Basketball Day. National Advent Calendar Day. National Saxophone Day. National Clean Your Keyboard Day. National Stress Awareness Day. National Ladies Learning Code Day. Marooned Without a Compass Day, and Dog Film Festival Day. That is a real one. If you put that down, I'm going to give it to you. It's just too funny. All right, so what do you want to go with? Which one's the fake?
The one that I wanted is one that two of the guys behind the counter had
Okay,
said.
behind the counter, Jerry has Clean Your Keyboard. Sean has saxophone. Vince has saxophone. All right, Ann and Matt, what's the fake one? What
was the second to last one?
The second to the last one was Marooned Without a Compass Day.
I feel like that's too obscure for Frank to have made up, or anyone to have made up, I guess.
All right, okay, Ann?
But I feel like it's really not saxophone day. I feel like it's more like sad trombone day.
Oh my God!
Ann downloaded that. for
She's
the
been
show,
waiting on that one.
She's working on a bet. I love it.
All right, I'm going to say, so like the Advent calendars are just for December, so it's too early. So I'm going to, on that basis, say Advent calendar day.
First of all, I want to thank Matt Neverett for breaking it down more than any other co-host. Alex just wildly guessed. Jeff's annoyed by the whole
I got to give my reason. Yeah, I'm
the second one.
I'm more of an actor than anything, just pretending like I'm not annoyed. Yeah.
Okay, if someone was... Oh, wait, Tony, do you have a guess? Keyboard Day. Keyboard
Clean
Day,
your keyboard.
Barry.
The second to the left.
All right, I didn't fool... Jerry, it's not National Clean Your Keyboard Day. I made that one up. So there you go, our guess. And Jerry, that's not a real thing. Celebrity birthdays. 2-time Oscar winner Emma Stone, one of my favorites, turns 36. SNL cast member Bowen Yang is 34.
Love Bowen
and
Yang.
former LA Laker Lamar Odom turns 45.
Oh.
Yet he looks 80.
Yeah.
So, all right, we put him in the AI machine, which has been relocated up to Utah. We no longer possess it here.
Oh, my
Here we go.
God.
All right, there's Emma Stone playing a saxophone. And then we have Lamar Odom eating nacho. Oh, he's eating nachos in his Laker uniform.
That looks like a mix between like LeBron and
Anthony Davis.
that doesn't look like
or
Lamar.
the actor who played.
That looks like Lamar before he was hanging out a little bit west of Vegas.
Yeah. Oh, God,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
They had to take him out of there.
Yeah, he got a little tired.
The ranch. Yeah. All right. So anyway, there you go. There's your national days.
This one's not as mortifying as normal.
No, we've had some really good ones lately.
Normally
The past
they're
couple weeks.
scary.
We had one with the chicken lady. Was the chicken lady yesterday? And
Remember
Monday, maybe?
the cat one last week?
That was spooky.
The cat crab one?
Yeah. Yeah,
That was weird.
We've had some creepy ones. Ladies and gentlemen, in 10 minutes, actually 9 minutes, we'll do picks at 12:36. But in the meantime, it's time for Punch Bowl Pundits. Yay. Here it is, the Punch Bowl. We have a very soothing graphic and sound, creates water, and creates calm before the storm of the battle of the Punchline Pundits.
The battle.
I don't know, it's not really bad.
It's
We're
not a
working in
battle.
conjunction. All right, pick one out. Let me know what number you got.
All right.
And we
Let's
got
see
a
what we
question that
got.
corresponds to a
We're going to start with number one.
It's a great place to start. All right. So what's the question, Sam?
Question one says, Matt, Caitlin Clark was on a podcast doing what the other day?
Okay, here you go. Here's some
What?
multiple choices. She's not playing hoops. Obviously, it's the offseason.
Yeah.
On the podcast, was Caitlin Clark doing A, telling a Travis Kelce Taylor Swift story, B, doing an impression of Patrick Mahomes, or C, dancing to AJ Justice's boom dance?
Oh, I'm cheating because I saw that video. Although they all sound believable.
They do. They are good ones.
The answer is C, correct?
Oh, so now you're saying I can make stuff up when you said earlier. Here it is. Here's Caitlin Clark. So everyone's doing this stupid thing. And we showed less than 5 seconds, so they can't come after us for money. Would they really get money out of it? Like, that's like a legit song now because it's everywhere.
That's why they would get money.
I know. This family... And then, you had mentioned the Rizzler, the short little kid.
Yeah, they just like pretended to adopt this kid. He's got parents.
Yeah. And now he's a star too.
Although I feel bad for him. I feel bad that these kids need to be in school.
Yeah, they do.
Like I heard a story when they went on Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
I might have even said this last week where they asked him where the Rizzler persona started.
Yeah.
And in about a third of the time that it took him to tell the story, he basically said he came home from school and wanted to make a video.
There you go.
And that's the whole story. But it took him about 3 minutes to explain that. Get the Rizzler back in school. These kids need to be on campus.
But the Boom family, they got a lot of money probably going on right now.
They're figuring it out. It shows you can get famous doing literally anything.
Very sad. Okay. Hey, good for you.
Good for you.
Yay.
And Caitlin Clark, you want to talk about a very 2024 specific crossover?
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark, podcast, Rizzler, the Boom. That's literally like a Mad Lib.
There you go.
Like a worst case scenario Mad Lib.
Caitlin Clark was seen, she's dating a guy who's an assistant coach at Butler.
She was dating Fran McAfee's son at Iowa. Is it the same?
I think so, yeah.
So, yeah, it's Fran
I think it's the
McAfee's
same
son.
guy. Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, there you go. So she was at the Butler game the other day.
Keeping it in the Iowa family.
There you go.
There we go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, pick another one.
All right, let's do it.
Matt's going to pick another one.
This is a shorter one. Number 3, ask Frank to start. Frank, can you start, please?
All right. The other day, we showed a clip of Jaden Daniels getting a standing ovation whilst sitting courtside at the Wizard games. Right?
Okay.
So everyone was like, oh, he's the new hero in D.C., right? Everyone loves Jaden Daniels. But on his way out of that game, what did somebody in the stands yell out to him to make him smile?
Oh, boy.
Was it A, you're cute, you can sack me anytime, B, go Steelers, or C, you're the commander? Again, I'm going to say it myself. All good response possibilities.
As long as you believe that. I'm going to say A, although because you brought it up, it might be B.
Let's find out. Roll the clip. Crank it up. Oh!
It was B.
Watch this.
Let's go Steelers! Let's go Steelers! Let's go Steelers!
He's like, I'm not Najee Harris. We have the same hair, but I'm not Najee Harris.
I love it. So, by the way, Matt got that wrong. I wish we had a sound effect that would accompany a wrong answer.
Like a trombone. There we go. The buzzer's just too harsh,
No.
Hits the ear wrong. Oh, the extended cut.
What the hell? Did you remix that back there? Did you found a long version?
Jerry's back there on a little slider going.
I would prefer that over the crickets from now on. So if you want to attach that to the T on your keyboard for trombone, no crickets. There's no crickets.
Reminds you of your early career.
Early stand-up days right there. So Jaden Daniels, let's talk about the Steelers and Commanders. We want to talk about that game because it's 3 here at South Point, I believe. So Alex has the Steelers in her top 10 power rankings. She does not have Washington. But I believe the game is 3 points. The Steelers getting 3 against Washington. Coming off a bye week, Commanders 7-2. How do you see this game?
The Steelers are one of those teams, honestly. Like, what is their identity? Who are they right now?
Well, they got the AFC North coming up after this game.
Yeah.
Right? But against this is an interesting game.
Is it a must-win game?
I would say yes, because I think early in the season when I looked at this, I went, okay, that's a W. When I was going through the schedule, I think I had the Steelers 10-7. Sean, what did you have the Steelers early? Okay.
What'd you have them? I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't do it. Just lie. No. 500. 500? Okay.
Well, you know that's the floor.
Yeah, well, it's my
that's the worst case scenario.
Just won't have a
It's a 9-8 record.
Season. So anyway, I don't know. It's not a must-win, but to go to 7-2, and tomorrow night the Ravens host the Bengals. So if the Bengals could win, Steelers might have a 2-game lead. So anyway, what do you think? What
was it a couple years ago when the Steelers started out like 10-0, 11-0?
That was the 11-0 game they lost to the then. Were they the Commanders? Yeah, they were the Commanders already.
Derailed a lot of the rest of that season.
That was when I wore my Steeler onesie for good luck. And everyone on the internet, it caused all the rage.
Of course, all the rage.
It was during COVID. Everyone was at home.
I think it's going to be interesting to see how the Steelers defense goes up against a rookie they've never faced.
Correct.
I think at an instance like this for Daniels, he might have the advantage in certain areas as far as just not having a lot on tape, and really a lot of his success has been on the feet. He's thrown well. He's really exceeded, again, everybody's expectations in the passing game.
Has,
you know what you're getting with the athleticism. So the Steelers are going to have to play a lot of quarterback spy, taking away one from coverage. So I'll be interested to see that cat and mouse game strategically as it goes.
We had Chris Andrews on the show yesterday, who runs the sports book here, of course, at the South Point. We had talked about last week. I said, well, Mike Tomlin, always when he goes against a rookie quarterback, his defense usually dominates.
It's like Belichick.
Correct.
Yeah.
But then we brought up C.J. Stroud. C.J. Stroud crushed the Steelers last week, but it was early. It was like week 3 or 4.
Yeah.
No one really expected much from the Texans. Then this year, everyone is expecting Jane Daniels in this game to be Jane Daniels because he's already played 9 games or whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I do like the Steelers with 3 points, though.
I mean, their game plan is going to be contain him, keep him in the pocket, make him beat you with the arm. If he does that, you just tip your cap to him.
That's going to be a good game. And tomorrow night's game, Cincinnati and Baltimore. Yeah, Baltimore -6.5. I don't know about that. All right, Matt, choose another. We got time before picks. We can do another
Sneak one more in here. Let's do number 2.
Okay, number 2.
Lakers are in Memphis playing the Grizzlies tonight.
Yes, they
Who
are.
scores more tonight, LeBron or Ja?
I'll tell you right now that Ja Morant's around 23.5, I think. LeBron was around 22 or 23. Ironically, that's the number he wears, correct?
Interesting, yeah.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah. If his total was 6, that'd be a tough look, the number he wore back in the day.
Yeah, so tonight, Lakers, Memphis, they are favored by 1.5, the Grizzlies at home. So who scores more tonight? What do you think?
I think Ja. LeBron's got a supporting cast more so than Ja does in Memphis. He is a primary ball handler, a primary scorer. Not that LeBron isn't, but he's more of a distributor, especially at this point of his career, not taking anything away from his offensive prowess. But hey, this is a kind of game where Ja's going to have a big game if Memphis wins, and he knows that.
Yep, and I think he's got a lot to prove coming back after everything that's gone on the past couple of years.
Yeah.
So, and then I have here, will Bronny score more than a half point? Is he still on the team, or did they send him down to the G League? I think he's still there, right?
So they're doing this thing where
he
he comes up and plays in their big sits on the bench in their primetime games and hangs out with his dad.
Yeah.
And then when they go back to LA, I don't know if they've started this yet, but the plan was to leave him with the G League team and their, non-highlight premier games. And it's just like, come on. His development is what should be important.
And it's being stunted by sitting on the bench.
Not getting him on TV with his dad so you can have a cool photo shoot and a great graphic.
And we talked about this the night they did it. I think they expected it to be this great, big, huge news story. It was like the 4th story on TV. But, oh, yeah, LeBron's
Everyone's like, great, the Make-A-Wish kid made a basket. Yeah.
woo! Oh my God!
He'd still be playing at USC if he were not LeBron's kid. He wouldn't have played at USC last year if he wasn't LeBron's kid. He's a fine player. But
I mentioned to you earlier the Detroit Pistons rode the subway, and then they beat the Lakers pretty well on Monday. And this is pretty cool. The Pistons only won 14 games, so watch what the mascot did in Detroit after they beat the Lakers. He's handing out L's to the Lakers.
Oh, that's great.
Literally cut out L's. And look at the kids who are like, hey, what's on here? It's like, no, you got an L. Handing out L's.
You notice he's handing them to only kids because they're not going to be the ones to kick his ass.
Exactly. Yeah, right.
He gives it to the wrong person, especially in L.A.
Well, yeah. Well, that was in Detroit.
Oh, especially in Detroit.
Malice at the Palace. The fans and the players
2.0, baby.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the alarm has just gone off. That means it's time for picks at 12:36 because it is. Oh, there's the melodic voice. At 12:36 of Jerry Mosley and me and Jeff in there a little bit. Okay,
Jeff.
So picks at 12:36. Matt, what do you have today?
I got a couple. Okay. I got college football and college basketball.
College football, we're in the middle of that 55 days straight of football.
And we're in the midst of the week 1 of midweek Maction.
Is it Maction? It's
midweek Maction, baby. Started this week. We got Tuesday and Wednesday football for the rest of the calendar year.
Unbelievable.
Love it. What a country we live in. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. Northern Illinois on the gridiron tonight.
There was a pause there, though. All right,
you could see the gears turning. Northern Illinois tonight, laying 2 points originally, now down to 1.5 on the road at Western Michigan. Huskies against the Broncos, and Northern Illinois had that big win against Notre Dame.
Yep.
They were ranked for the first time in school history. And then the wheels fell off. They are 1-4 in MAC play. I think they get back on the wheel or on the wagon, so to speak, tonight. I think they beat Western Michigan, who is undefeated in MAC play at 4-0. I think the Huskies are going to be able to, with this short line, do just enough to win. Western Michigan's got a high-flying offense, but these midweek MAC games, literally there is no in between. It's going to be a 7-6 final or a 65-49 final, something crazy like that. There is no in the middle. I could see this one being a little bit lower scoring, maybe not quite 7-6,
Okay.
but I took Northern Illinois. I actually laid the money line. I took -125.
Okay.
When I came into the studio, it was at 2. It went down to 1.5. I'll lay the extra 2 the extra 250 on that. And
just on that game real quick, every time, by the way, I've played both of these schools. I've played every Illinois, Northern, Eastern, Southern, Western. Michigan, I've done Eastern Michigan, Central Michigan, Western Michigan. I've done shows at all of them. But I was always partial to Northern Illinois. I had one of my favorite experiences and favorite times there.
Yeah.
So I always root for Northern Illinois. Cindy Crawford's graduated from there. I don't know why I know that fact.
Everyone knows that.
But I also do like them because a lot of people are on them tonight. And I'm with you on that.
You spent a lot of time up in DeKalb, Illinois.
I was
Chicago West.
That was it is, but that's not the school. When I was driving through a tornado warning, that was Eastern Illinois. I'd gone to a game at Wrigley, and I'm driving to get to the school, and the radio's like, "If you're in a car, pull over." I can see darkness. It's and I'm like, I got to get to this show. I'm calling them.
Yeah.
The signals. I get there. I run in. I'm like a half hour later. I'm like, I'm here. They're like, you're not booked here.
Oh, my God.
So I call my friend, Frank Murgy, who was the agent on this in Pittsburgh. He goes, oh, they never finalized the contract. Yeah, you're not there. They felt so bad that I drove through. They booked me back the following.
Oh, my God. That's
anyway,
great. Eastern Illinois?
Eastern Illinois, yeah.
Most famous alumni?
The quarterback, Tony Romo. And John Johnson.
Jimmy G.
Jimmy G?
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh, Garoppolo went there. I was just happy I got
Talk about lineage.
Tony Romo.
Yeah, I've got a basketball play.
Go for it.
Love college basketball. Love looking at some of these numbers because in college basketball, especially once you get into the bulk of the season, you're not betting players. In the NBA, you're betting if Russell Westbrook's playing. You're betting if Joel Embiid's going to have a big game, and that is your kind of read on the number. College basketball, you're betting numbers, you're betting trends, you're betting kind of a more overarching macro. In a macro sense, kind of numbers like that. So I love college basketball because there's no way you can keep track of every player on 362 Division I teams.
And every year there's so much turnover. Like even Pitt Panthers, who are my favorite team. I'm like, oh, I don't know who these guys.
And I also love too with college basketball from noon to midnight. There's a game going on just about whenever you want to watch. I don't mind watching St. Bonaventure play Sacred Heart. I can deal with that
just
for some action. Yeah, just to watch. And I have a game tonight, not rivals per se, but two teams from the same city. San Diego State hosting UC San Diego, who had joined the Big West, moving up from the Division II level 3 years ago now, and they're actually eligible for postseason play. UC San Diego is for the first time this year.
Oh, wow.
They're a really solid Big West team that would have been the number 2 seed on the men's side last year in the tournament. All that being said, I'm going with the Aztecs. We're going mountain over big when it comes to the West.
Okay.
San Diego State down to 10.5. Has that number been updated at all since pre-show? Because the steam was coming in the other way. The number was at 11.5, and it's all the way down at one joint in town to 10.5 for the Aztecs. I think they blow out UC San Diego, the Tritons. San Diego
Tritons?
State, yeah.
What is it like the try?
It's like it is like a trident.
Yeah,
it's some play. I don't name these mascots. Frank,
we'll look this up later.
I like lions and tigers and rebels. And,
oh my.
We're going with the Aztecs. I think that they've got a lot to prove. The Mountain West is wide open. 6 teams got a first place vote in the preseason poll, so it's wide open. Not a lot of people really see separation. And Brian Dutcher in these early season games typically dominates, especially in a quote-unquote rivalry game like this one.
Yeah. Amazing information on that. Most famous alum from San Diego State, in my opinion? 2 of them.
Rashad Penny.
No, I was going Marshall Falk.
There we go.
And then I believe Tony Gwynn went to San Diego State.
He did.
He then went back and coached.
Tony Gwynn was longtime baseball coach after his career ended, and one of the best hitters ever. My favorite Tony Gwynn stat out of many, many, many that you can pick from in baseball, my favorite Tony Gwynn stat has nothing to do with baseball at all.
Okay.
He is the San Diego State all-time assists leader in basketball.
I think we talked about this.
Still to this day.
Yeah.
He had more assists in 3 years of college than he had major league strikeouts.
And if you only remember Tony Gwynn towards the end of his career when he was a little heftier.
A little portly.
He was a base stealer. In his early years, he sold 20, 30 bases.
Yeah,
he was great.
he looked like he belonged in the Jackson 5 coming out of school with the afro and the build. And then, he was the Jackson 1 by the time he was done.
What was
Jackson
that?
500, yeah.
Jackson 5. Tony Gwynn. I love Tony Gwynn. My play of the day, I don't really have much. I'm looking at the Laker game. And I looked at John Morant at 23.5 over. I'm going to take John Morant to score some points. Yeah, I'm going to take John Morant to score. The Lakers, Anthony Davis is playing from what I'm seeing. I guess
me
Jeff would
shocked.
know. Jeff would know more, but Mike Shanahan went to Eastern Illinois as well, Mini Darson.
Ah, okay.
Mike Shanahan, wow.
Well, I met as a kid at Broncos training camp.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Keith Lyle picks a the Nuggets -6 at home versus OKC. Time for the Thunder to get their first loss. It'll be by double digits.
Ooh.
Okay.
Bold.
By the way, if you want one more pick, we have the dog of the day at the end of the show coming up in
Ooh,
maybe
yeah,
under
baby.
15 minutes.
Bringing
That's
it
from
back.
Kenny White. What's that?
Bringing it back. It's not quite August anymore.
No, we're doing dog of the day, but they come from Kenny White, so they come from a good source.
Perfect.
You can watch Kenny White host Sports by the Book Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and he does a Friday show too, doesn't he?
Yeah, Friday mornings.
Yeah, Friday morning at 9,
Solo.
according to the schedule here.
Yep, good job.
Thank you very much.
He can read.
Dama ran over 23.5 points. Don't you slow clap me. All right, we got a couple more punch bowls in here for you, Matt.
Perfect. Let's do it. Just the one.
Oh, that's just the one. Okay,
Just
what
the one
number
more.
is that?
Couple means one. Number 4. And the question is, check out the Knicks City Dancers.
Oh, okay. All right, watch the Knicks City Dancers. They're very talented
Is this
girls.
the NYPD?
No, here you go.
this is
So they put their leg up and they catch a basketball. They can't do this for some reason. I feel like, okay.
The basketball catching should be the easy part.
Right. The leg. Okay. So I don't want to make fun of these girls without having tried that. So,
Well, the question is was Frank able to do this? Oh.
all right. So we shot this before. Was I or was I not?
Oh.
There you go.
Oh!
Oh, no. I did it. Matt knows me. He knows the athletic stud I am. There it is.
Wow.
I did it, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if the leg lift. Can we see it one more time? Yeah, that's.
Wow. Okay.
I don't know why they're.
The catch was a 10. I'll give the leg lift like a 4.5.
By the way, yep, my muscle hurts. My
Yep.
hamstring, pulled my hamstring. We actually have one more on the punch ball. I don't know if I cut it up or not. We have punch ball number
Hiding.
5. Yeah, punch ball number 5.
Frank drew this one.
The question is, who is the best center in the NFL?
Well, the best center in the NFL over the last couple of years just got in some hot water after the Ohio State-Penn State football game.
We haven't. He apologized for that.
Yeah.
He did. But yes, we're going to go with Creed Humphreys.
Creed Humphreys, yeah, he's up there.
Creed Humphreys, the guy the Steelers passed on, he's up there. So my question to you is, what rock band would you like to see Creed Humphreys meet after the Chiefs game the other night? What rock band do you think showed up to see him?
What rock band? Oh, God, there's too many to pick from.
Creed Humphreys.
Oh, was it Creed?
Roll the clip. There it is.
Nickelback?
Creed meets Creed, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
There's Scott Stapp wearing one of the ponchos.
That's amazing.
I think they're like, hey, Taylor Swift got a box up there out of the rain. But after the game, Creed met Creed. The only thing
met
missing
Creed.
from
That's
this, where
awesome.
is Creed Bratton from The Office, for
Yep.
God's sakes?
He's
That
a
would've-
musician.
He is a musician. He was in the Grassroots, and he had a couple hits back in the 70s. But I just thought that was kind of funny.
Well, a lot of his character on that show, he said, is semi-autobiographical.
By the way, if you have Peacock, and do you have Peacock?
Only for 2 more weeks.
Oh,
The trial's running out.
why
Oh,
are you
no.
getting rid of Peacock?
No, I did a trial last year at Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
and it was a year. It was $40, and now they want 80. And I say,
How are you going to watch Reba though? You're the new Reba show, Happy Place, Happy's
I
Place.
know.
We can find a way to get
All
it for
right,
you.
so there's just Stream East. By the way, did you see Adam Schefter got busted using?
I did.
He gave
I did.
some sort of inside info. And a guy pointed out, "You're watching illegally."
It was.
What
So
was
there's a couple of main ones, and me and my brothers, we
Right.
out of principle don't pay for cable because we like being the renegade that streams all these.
Renegade Steeler fans.
There we go. It's Stream East is the big one. Crack Streams is one.
Maybe that was the one he
Nope.
was using. What
Number
was he
3
using?
was Meth Streams.
Is that what he was
Yeah,
using?
I don't know how they name these, but they all do the same thing.
But why is Adam Schefter, who has more money than anybody, and he could pay for the NFL package,
And works for the
And works-
worldwide leader in sports and entertainment.
Ooh, that was bad luck. He got busted.
He did get busted.
Anyway, hey, we have some helmets here, so we're going to look at some games because we got Matt here for a little longer.
Watch
so
him tonight
in
on
here
Crack
are
Streams.
all the mini helmets. Now, we did this last week. This is the Matt Mind Meld.
The Mind Meld. Okay.
Oh, we have the Big Six. That's right. Yeah, so you can pick 3, and I shall pick 3.
Every time I come on this show, there's a new bumper.
That would be thanks to Jerry and Ann for getting
Man,
this
that
done
Bobby
for us.
McFerrin budget. We took the Olympic budget, turned it into acapella.
The Olympic one might be the best
That was
one
the
ever.
best. I think so.
Just the Eiffel Tower.
All right, I
rotate.
grabbed 3.
All right, you got 3. So here we go. So we'll talk about their matchups. Do we what? No, God. I
I'll
don't know
put
if
'em
you
in
saw
the-
last week. I bobbed.
Oh, no.
I filled the bowl up with water and I bobbed. Why do I get the same ones every week?
I didn't get the Dolphins this week.
Yeah, it seems like the Dolphins and Bears are always okay. So we're going to set these here.
I'm trying to find my games on the sheet here.
All right, so let's take a look. Well, I'm going to start with one of mine.
Please.
Here. I'm going to start with the Buffalo Bills. We've been talking a lot about the Buffalo Bills. Alex and I, our dream matchup in the Super Bowl, both said, if it's not the Steelers, Detroit and Buffalo would be awesome. They're going to Indianapolis, and Buffalo's only favored by 4.5. I realize those two teams know they play frequently. They're not in the same division, but I like the Bills. 4.5 doesn't seem like enough points.
I think it's tough laying those types of points on the road, especially in an atmosphere like Indy. One of the more hostile indoor crowds that there is in the NFL. That game's early. The Bills traveling somewhat to the west. That's not a big angle. I kind of am with you, though. The Bills have a lot to prove. The rest of the AFC East has just been abysmal.
Yeah.
So it's kind of their division to lose.
Beating the Dolphins,
think they can get in trouble, though, later in the season. You know, division's wrapped up. They're one of those teams that I could see kind of limping into the playoffs. Maybe not quite limping because they're going to have that division wrapped up by week 14 or 15, but not playing meaningful games going into the playoffs. We see it so often. These teams that have to win and get in over the last couple of weeks,
Always
they go into the
hungry.
playoffs with that desperate mentality, and they just keep it going. I could see the Bills laying an egg in the early stages of the playoffs. Someone's going to beat the Chiefs this year in the AFC playoffs. I don't think it's going to be the Bills.
It could be a Pittsburgh Steelers.
Could be.
Pittsburgh.
Probably won't be, but it could be.
All right, so I have the Buffalo Bills. We are now going to mind meld. I'm going to count 3, 2, 1, and we will both say a name. I say to make it, we're not allowed to pick Josh Allen.
Okay.
No Josh Allen. And we're only doing current roster or all-time roster?
Please, current.
Current roster. All right, here we go.
You're not going to get this one.
3, 2, 1.
Khalil
Matt
Shakir.
Milano. Damn it! I could Shakur. How do you say
Khalil
his name?
Shakir.
Khalil Shakir. I was thinking of him, but I went Matt Milano. I went defense.
I was going to say Micah Hyde originally. That was the one I said you weren't going to get.
Damn, Micah Hyde. Yeah, Micah Hyde I wouldn't have got. All right, what's your
He's
first team you
solid.
have? Oh, God. Did you pull the
I
local
did. I
boys?
got a team on a bye. Can I trade
Oh,
one
yeah,
in?
you got to trade.
Okay, I got one team on a bye. The
Plus,
Raiders.
no one can name more
I picked
than
the
two
Raiders.
Raiders.
I would love to smack talk the Raiders right now with all the coaching turnover. It's their fourth time changing offensive coordinators in the last 5 years. That's usually good for a team, right?
Tough to be a fan. Tough to be a fan of the Raiders here.
Meanwhile, you got the Lions, who started in a similar position. The only team in the NFL that has the head coach, offensive coordinator, and quarterback back for a fourth straight year this year.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite tidbits preseason.
And that shows. That's a good fact.
Yeah.
To know
All right, so I'll go with the one that I just drew: the New York Football Jets.
New York. That's the Giants, isn't it?
No, it's the Jets. I got the Jets and the Giants.
Oh, you got the Jets. I saw the Jets. Okay, the Jets.
It's both.
Okay.
The New York Football Jets, though. I like throwing that
Okay,
in there.
so the Jets
on the road in Arizona.
In Arizona, Arizona's the Arizona Cardinals are in first place.
They're laying 1.5 in this game on the sheet. I like the Cardinals. They're one of those teams that's a matchup nightmare. They are also one of those teams that could drop a game like this to the Jets. Like I think that they are a team. We see it a lot of times with the Steelers historically, not quite this year, where they play up or down to the level of their opponent, where they could beat the Chiefs on any given week, but they could also lose to the Titans that next week.
They've done it.
I could see this game being it's tough to call it a trap.
A lot of New York fans will be in Arizona for that game too. A lot of retired New Yorkers have moved out there.
It's getting cold.
Yeah, could be a good crowd for that game.
Getting cold in New York City. So I'm going to go with the Cardinals, but this is a game to keep an eye out for. It's not a real confident pick, but Kyler Murray is playing with confidence, and this defense is doing just enough to supplement the offense.
All right, we're mind melding the Jets. We're not allowed to go with Aaron Rodgers.
No Aaron Rodgers. Okay.
Okay.
We got this.
Here we go.
We
mind
can do
melding. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Garrett Wilson. Yes. Woo!
All right, we're 1 for 2.
I audibled
because I was like, good call, good call.
I was going Devontae.
Don't go Devontae.
No,
but we mind melded.
Too mainstream. Okay, that was our cleanest one yet.
That was a good one. That was we were on. That was better than Jamar Chase. All right, we got the Los Angeles Chargers. First time I have not referred to them as the San Diego Chargers.
Proud of you.
They are not on a bye. Who are they playing this week? They're
home against the Titans.
Home against there's that Titan team that you never know what you're going to get. What's the line on this game?
I'm 277, 278. Chargers laying 7.5.
Yeah, that's a lot of points.
That is a lot of points. I don't know if this Chargers team is. I don't know if they're anything. I don't know what to think of this team.
Yeah, Ann, are you watching their games? Do you watch the Charger games, Ann, at all? Do you watch them play?
I haven't watched a football game other than the Super Bowl in probably 20 years.
Fair.
Okay. Could you name a current Charger? Could you name any Chargers besides the quarterback?
I have somebody on my fantasy team.
Who's the head coach?
Oh, I know that one, Harbaugh.
There we go.
Okay,
That's an easy one.
Good.
Cult of personality.
Ann's
just a big fan of khakis.
Khakis. That was my worst joke ever on this show. Chargers, Titans. That's a lot. Touchdown with the hook there. I would take. I'd probably take the Titans.
That's a consequential hook. I could see this one being like a 21-14
Backdoor,
final.
Yeah, I could see that too.
Yeah, that's a stay away game for me. You know, if you're looking for a big time dog to throw into a parlay, maybe the Titans.
It's a lot of points.
It is a lot of points. Maybe the money line. Who knows?
All right, Chargers can't use the quarterback. Oh.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. Oh, I see him. Oh, okay, I got one. Ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Nick
Derwin
Bosa.
James.
Ah!
I didn't go with the Italian because I got to.
Here we go.
I didn't go with I was going to say Bosa, and then I was like, no, he might.
I might have said the wrong Bosa, brother.
Shoot. All right.
All right, my next one, the New Orleans Saints.
Okay, this team started 2-0.
They were the best team in football for 2 weeks.
Everyone was Derek Carr for MVP. They're scoring 40, 50 points a game. They fired Dennis Allen.
Yeah, as they should have.
They've lost 7 in a row. By the way, Dennis Allen fired from the Raiders with Derek Carr as his quarterback. Fired of the Saints. Derek Carr was his quarterback.
He's hitching himself to the wrong wagon.
Exactly. So anyway, what do you think of New Orleans?
They are laying 3.5 at home. Love these home dogs.
Falcons.
Against the Falcons, who are buoyed with confidence. I mean, they're
the first place Falcons.
They are the first place Falcons, and I think they're going to be the first place Falcons after this week. This
I think
Saints
so too.
team is a mess. My youngest brother is a huge Saints fan, so I just get the doom and gloom aspect of it when I walk in on a Sunday and he's sitting there with his jersey tucked over his head and Spencer Rattler's on the sideline still talking smack about that show he was on Netflix 6 years ago.
That's right, he was.
QB1, yeah.
Yep.
Derek Carr coming back this week?
No.
I don't know. I don't think it makes a difference.
We can't use Derek Carr. Here we go. Are you ready? I don't want to. I'm not using the. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Alvin
Taysom
Kamara.
Hill. Damn it!
Taysom Hill's a witch, by the way.
I thought it. What?
His contract makes him a witch. He is making like $12 million a year to play like 6 snaps a game.
Yeah,
his agent.
He's so versatile.
I want his agent.
Yeah, that's a good agent. All right, lastly, Tennessee. We already talked about the game, so we'll just mind meld. Lots of options here.
No Will Levis, we'll say.
No Will Levis. All right, then. Okay, here we go.
Who's another Titan? Oh, my God.
You ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Mike Vrabel.
Rudolph. Damn!
Mine was a joke.
Mike Vrabel.
You said the backup quarterback.
I went Mason
Actually,
Rudolph.
Mason Rudolph guided them to their only win this year.
Mason Rudolph ain't a bad quarterback. Never really
wanted-
got a fair chance in Pittsburgh.
I just wanted to sneak a Patriot into the show.
Of course you did.
Mike
All right,
Vrabel.
last but not least, you have the Giants.
Now, this is the New York Football Giants.
There's the New York Football
And they
Giants.
are the early game in, I think it's Germany this
It's
week?
in Germany, yeah.
Yeah,
They're-
Germany
they're,
this week.
They're at the Panthers in Germany.
At
so
the Panthers,
Giants and Panthers.
in Germany. Yeah, that notorious Carolina German population in Charlotte.
But anyway, so you have to get up at 6:30 a.m. our time.
No.
Giants are 5-point favorites.
I'm a big football fan. I love the NFL.
Won't get up.
Patriots played one of these games earlier.
Yep.
I'll check the score when I get up at these games.
You watched the Patriots game, no?
No.
You did? It's too early?
I don't wake up that early.
Well, for your beloved team? Okay.
They won the game, or they lost that game. I knew what the result was going to be. I'm an apathetic Patriots fan at this point.
Okay.
I can still say, in my 30 years of life, I've watched them win a Super Bowl on average every 5 years.
Ugh,
So this is a rebuild year. Might be another rebuild year next. We'll see what Gerard Mayo does. I digress from my Patriots talk.
All right, so
Giants laying 5
I would take the
on
Giants.
the road in Germany against the
I would
Panthers.
take the Giants.
I think we're going to see
Bryce
Andy
Young.
Dalton back.
Oh, is it Andy Dalton?
Potentially in this week.
He was in that car wreck with his family and had a little slight injury.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Giants begrudgingly.
All right.
Daniel Jones plays decent when he's not playing at MetLife Stadium, so he said, hey, I'm going to go as far away as humanly possible.
Give me to Germany. Although Bryce Young did lead the Panthers to victory last week.
Yeah, but everything else about that team
Saints,
sucks.
though, yeah.
I'm going to say Daniel Jones, 3 touchdown passes.
Oh, my God. Take the over. All right, we got a mind meld a Giant to close the show here. Okay, we can't use Daniel Jones.
I got one.
All right, I got one too. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Darius
Moore.
Slayton.
Ah.
Crap. Well, remember those days when we got the one?
That was a solid
Who
mind
did we
meld.
get?
Who did we get? Garrett Wilson.
Garrett Wilson.
That was a solid mind meld.
All right. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, if you want one more pick, you got match picks earlier. I went John Morant. We have Kenny White. Kenny White, who's one of our hosts of Sports by the Book. He does it with his daughter, Alex, 3 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then a solo show by himself on Friday. So you can see him Friday at 9 a.m. He has the Golden Knights, which will make everybody happy. The Vegas Golden Knights. Barry's a big fan. He's got a Stanley Cup shirt
There we
on.
go.
They're plus money at Edmonton, so that's Kenny's dog of the day.
Wow. And you know all the bookmakers are seeing that going, damn it.
Yeah, exactly.
The book always roots against VGK in this town, not because they're not fans or anything.
No.
I had a great conversation
Everyone's
with
gonna back them.
Jay Cornegay, who runs the book at Westgate.
I remember Jay, yeah.
Yeah, Jay's the man, and he told me when I worked there under him that the books, a lot of the guys that run the books are longtime Vegas residents.
Sure.
Jay and a couple of friends split a season ticket package for these games.
Yeah, they're fans.
But they root against them every single night because every time the Knights lose, the books win.
Damn it. All right, so we always accompany this with a Dog of the Day video clip, just like the local news does, to make you smile at the end of the show. So let's watch this one together. This is a cute one. Oh, you didn't get the blanket out for the dog. So he went into the dryer. He found the blanket, and he's like, I'm good.
Oh, my
Could
God.
someone please turn this light off? Please.
It's one of those big dogs that thinks they're a lap dog.
Yeah, and then they just get in the dryer.
Oh,
I think
that is
that's pretty
great.
good. And then when he wanted to leave the dryer, he bounced out.
I like it.
Bounce. Don't play the trombone. Whatever you do, do not play the trombone. For the love of God. I got whistled.
Sounds like you wanted her to play the
I
trombone.
wanted to play the trombone. I got a flag on the play. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching the show. We'll be back tomorrow. Oh, it's going to be a good one. And then on Friday, we have Jeff Parles. So thank you for watching, Matt. You're off to
Hawaii tomorrow.
He's off to Hawaii.
UNLV takes on Hawaii in Hawaii this Saturday.
Okay.
We're at the Barry Odom Coaches Show tonight at Parkway Tavern, 2:15 in Flamingo, 6 to 7. $2 Miller Lights during the show if you want to come out.
Oh, my God. And quick question. How big is your carry-on suitcase? And could an adult male fit into it?
I have not packed yet. I've got one that you could fit into.
I wasn't saying me. Yes, I was. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the show. Please like and subscribe, do all that. Come down to the South Point. So much going on. Come down, do a jackpot every day. Jackpot parlay card. $5 could get you 25 grand. November 30th, all these rivalry games you can come down and win too. That's it for the show. Punchlines, lines, live in Nevada every show.